3, 2, and what they always go silent, don't they? So it's
he's doing a countdown.
3,
3,
2.
Hi, my name is Keith Lemon. Say your name.
Tommy Nice.
And this is Keith and Tom's Movie Mumbling. It's our second episode. Last week we did our first one. Nobody watched it, so hopefully you'll be watching this one. All we're going to do is chat about films. Last week we chatted about Black Widow.
Yeah.
We'd recently saw Black Widow. I liked it. What did you think, Tom?
Yeah, I was like, it was all right.
Yeah, he liked it. He said, yeah, it's some film about some stuff.
Yeah.
Some stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
fun movie.
It was all right.
And we also went back 20 years to 2001 to talk about films that came out that year. This week, what we're going to talk about is John Hughes movies.
Yeah.
This is the theme. We're going to talk about our top 5 John Hughes movies. Okay, shall we just kick off?
No, we need to roll the credits.
No, what were the end credits?
No, the beginning with the music and all that.
Have we got credits? Oh, yeah. You've done some tune, haven't you? Okay, roll the credits.
Keith and Tom, mumbling all the dawn. Keith and Tom, mumbling for you.
Right, there was the credits. Okay, I'm going to kick off with my favourite John Hughes movie, number 5, which is Weird Science.
Yeah.
Remember Weird Science? They made Kelly LeBrock out of a Barbie doll and put bras on their head and had a ZX81 computer to make her all come alive. And she came through a bendy door. Remember, it exploded, and there she was in her pants. And then they showered with her in their jeans, and then they got new clothes when they walked out of the house, and then they became a hit with the girls, and it were all good. And that's what happens.
I would say though, technically, it wasn't really feasible with them type of computers at that time, though. And especially with the way that the internet was, because it was like
suspension of disbelief, Tom. Suspension of this is you all over.
No, don't get me wrong. It was a good film for horny youth teenagers in the 80s, and it was
a good film for who?
Horny like teens. Horny teens.
Horny teenagers.
Yeah, because I remember watching it and I was like, oh wow. I was thinking, is there some possible way that it would be feasible to do that?
You didn't try and make a lady out of a Barbie doll, did you?
No, I had a ZX Spectrum, so it wouldn't have really worked. So
how you could play Chucky Egg.
Yeah, that's it. On the tape, just put the tape on and
was it Manic Miner?
Cross your fingers for them blue lines, the blue and the blue and yellow lines. And say, oh, please, just go over. And then when it starts running in, but yeah, Manic Miner and Chucky Egg.
Also in this film, Tom, because we're talking about films rather than Manic Miner and ZX81s, we've got Robert Downey Jr., one of his first appearances.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, because he was one of the doofuses, with the collar up, him and another guy. And they poured all.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the other guy.
They poured they were in the mall and they poured a slush puppy on the top of that guy's head from the height. And Bill Paxton was in it. He was his brother, Bill Paxton.
Yeah. Well, again, a weird role for him.
Yeah. And he was he was smoking and
he was Chet.
Chet. Yeah.
I remember him sort of his weird laugh.
Yeah, he got.
I can't remember.
Or something like that. Yeah. And the other thing, bit trivia,
and it turned him into a toad.
Yeah, in the end, she had a battle out, an argument with him and turned him into a toad. And they had the guys from the Hills of Eyes. The Hills of Eyes in there.
As the motorcyclists break into the party.
And he says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess up your party. I'm a teacher or something.
Quite a posh voice, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, I think it was English. Bit of trivia, Kelly LeBrock, not Kelly
LeBrock.
Yeah, it was
Kelly LeBrock's a singer.
It was one of them Kellys. So Kelly LeBrock was who was she married to? Do you know?
Her husband.
This is true and fair, but another person she was married to.
I don't know the name of her husband.
Steven Seagal. How about
that?
She? Yeah. I don't know.
What then?
Then I think they probably canned it, but she was married to Steven Seagal at that time. Yeah,
that is some trivia.
I don't recall her doing anything else. She was British.
Apart
as well.
from Woman in Red.
Oh, was she the woman in red?
She was the woman in red, the woman in red, the woman in red, the woman in red, the woman in red. Like fine wine, she's gone right to your head. Woman in red.
Yeah. Do you know what always throws me out of the film? I always keep thinking Lady in Red. So I was thinking, they made a film out of
That's
that.
the lady in red.
Christy
He's
Burke.
dancing with me,
Yeah.
cheek to cheek. There's nobody else.
Well, yeah, I always thought, well, when I was a kid, I thought maybe that was feasible because he had them big eyebrows, and I was like, maybe she was dancing with him by herself so nobody could check. So, but yeah,
But not feasible to make a lady. Yeah, and it's got Anthony Michael Hall, who you might know also from many a John Hughes movie.
Yeah,
he was in Breakfast Club. He's in
Everyone.
16 Candles.
Yeah.
He went on to be in Edward
National
Scissorhands.
Lampoons.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
And that's a John
and
Hughes
Edward
one.
Scissorhands, but he's all sort of buff.
Yeah. That was weird. He just.
Yeah.
He blew up.
You haven't grown up to be someone that I'm going to laugh at.
He turned into a big meathead, and he was a kind of character I always used to like in movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because he was funny, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was more like a accessible Corey. What are them two Corys? Not Corey Haim. The
Haim and Feldman.
Corey Feldman is Corey, which is the one what's still alive, who does all the weird dancing. That's Feldman.
What Michael Jackson one.
Yeah, the other one who's gone, Corey Haim, innit? Corey Haim. Yeah, he always kind of reminded me of like a more accessible, like Corey Haim. Corey Haim was a kind of guy who'd say, "Oh yeah, he'd be cool to hang with," but he probably wouldn't hang with you. Where that guy always remind me of somebody you're like, "Oh yeah, I'd hang with him and make him a bit more cool, and we'd kind of cool."
You'd make him cool.
Yeah, we'd level out my nerdiness. But
you'd make him cool.
He's more nerdy, and I'm kind of cool nerd, so we can balance out.
You're a cool nerd.
Yeah,
Tom's a cool nerd.
I'm a cool nerd. I'm nerd with funk.
He's everything but with funk.
Yeah, that's it.
Did you like Weird Science when it came out? Can you remember it coming out?
Yeah, I remember it when it came out, and yeah, I thought it was hilarious. It's one of these things though where, again, to watch it now as an adult, how funny would things be? Would they still be as funny?
I watched it a couple of weeks ago actually, and I don't think I pissed myself laughing when I watched it first time around. I just liked it, and I liked the idea of it. And again, I was probably the right age thinking, oh, yeah, we should make a woman, shouldn't we?
Yeah. No, that was.
Why don't we?
And the other thing, what I remember,
and
about
that's what she looks like when she comes through door.
Yeah.
This door, she goes.
It was for teen boys.
And there's a red light behind her from somewhere.
Yeah, it was for teen boys, really. That.
And then Robert Downey Jr. And his mate try and make her at the end, and they don't hook up the doll, and they accidentally hook up a rocket, and a big rocket comes through. Yeah. The floor. Remember?
And then their one of theirs,
granddad
and grandmum came to the door or something, and then they put them in a cupboard. I always remember that. And they went to a club. The thing what always used to make me laugh was when they go to the club, and they're in the club, and then the guy goes, "Oh, drink this," and they're like, he gives them the drink, and they just go, "Oh no, I'm all right," and then he goes, "Drink it." And he says the way he goes, "Drink it." He always made me laugh the way he's like all polite, no. And then they get steamed, and then he's talking like a old blues guy, say,
Oh yeah, it's going, the chicks cannot take the smoke. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good film. That's a good. It's funny
what about
that John
when she takes him to his parents. She
Oh,
takes
yeah.
him to his parents and says, "You've got to let her loosen up."
Yeah.
You know, the only release this boy has is tossing off to dirty magazines in the bathroom. And he goes, "I never done stuff. I never done stuff."
Do you know what? Did he didn't go on to anything else that I can remember. Can you remember him in the other guy?
Edward Scissorhands.
No, not Michael J. Hall. The other guy.
Oh, Michael J. Hall. Is that like a mixture of Anthony Michael Hall and Michael J. Fox?
Yeah.
Oops, I did a little Trump then when I laughed.
Yeah, the other dude, and he went on to.
He's just like a movie critic, but with funk.
Yeah, and he went on. He went on to do that thing of another film. This film, there was a film about, and it was all about the future, and a guy who could. It was a Stephen King film where he could touch people, and he saw the future or something. And then he did a TV series, The Dead Zone, I think it was called. Stephen King, Dead Zone, or something.
Sam, where are you today?
Well,
You were in the library last
yeah.
week. Where are you now?
I'm in the Blockbusters in Bramley. They're
Is that
bringing
what-
it all back. They're bringing it all back. Yeah, I'll be out. I'll be out in a minute. Just talking about stuff.
Weird Science. I really liked that film. That was my number 5 John Hughes movie. My number 4 John Hughes movie is St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
You got the full lot of the Brat Pack there.
Yeah.
I think this was probably, no, actually, Outsiders. Outsiders was probably the first full
of
Brat
that
Packy
kind of,
style movie, but I think this encapsulates that whole vibe because you got the lady Brat Packers in there, young Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Yes. Rob Lowe, all of them.
And,
Emilio Estevez.
Estevez, Charlie Sheen's older brother.
Yeah. All of them. Can you remember St. Elmo's Fire?
Do you know what? I remember that film. It was kind of older than me, so like they were all grown up. And
It was older than you.
yeah. Well, on my second regeneration, I'm like Doctor Who with funk, but
I didn't know anything was older than you, Tom.
yeah, no, like through the different times, and I remember that the way that a lot of things went over my head. So it'd be interesting to watch that now. And I remember in the future. Well, if you go ahead a few years, Friends, it kind of like Friends, but kind of more serious thing of Friends because they all had fancy jobs, and they were like, how did they get them fancy jobs? I do remember
very
that.
long.
And somebody with a saxophone.
Long.
I'm saying, I'm trying to remember someone. Somebody might want to watch Elmo's Fire, and there was a music
hopefully,
for it.
yeah, we're introducing these films to people that have never seen them. We are.
Yeah.
But you don't have to make it so long.
All right. Well, there was a saxophone in it, or somebody did.
Yeah,
a
Rob Lowe
saxophone.
played a saxophone in the bar. The film's named after the bar that they used to go to called St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah, and there was.
And obviously was a famous song in the 80s.
Yeah, that's it. There was a.
St. Elmo's Fire, which
who
obviously
was
came
that
from the
by?
film.
John something or something, I think.
Oh, yeah, one of those guys that did those songs.
Yeah. It kind of like. How
He
am
probably
I
went to school
supposed
with
to
Ray Parker
live
Jr. and they
without
just discussed
you?
soundtracks
Yeah,
that they were going to do one day.
Elmo's Fire. Yeah, I don't really remember. What do you remember of that film? Because I don't really.
Well, I
remember
didn't
that
see it at
film.
the cinema. A lot of these films are what I saw on VHS video when I was young. And I was very excited because there were so many films that I'd heard were cool, but I'd never seen them because I was the wrong age.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see them at the cinema. So getting a video back then was really exciting because, there's plenty to see. Like near the end of the video age, there wasn't plenty to see because I'd seen everything. Thus, I was in the video shop longer than I should have been, just walking around going, I don't know what to get, don't know what to get. Like it was going to change my life.
Yeah, but that's
I
what
must
we
make
used
the
to
right
do.
choice in the video shop. It's going to change my life, and I'll lose out on £1.50. You know?
Do you know what's weird, right? Just like, because it's a bit of a reminisce, though. It's weird that when you used to go to the video shop, you would look round, you kind of stand looking at things, and where like if you do that on like Netflix or what, there's only Netflix, or Amazon or something, you don't really have that kind of vibe where you might take a cover and look at the cover and you're like, oh, what's that? And you go, oh, what's that over there? And it's like, I don't know, Space Killers.
Did you used to collect movie posters from the video shop?
I wanted them. I wanted them. I always wanted the ones where
I just asked the guy. I said, "Can I have that poster when you finished?"
See, you had the ingenuity to do that because I was thinking, oh, can you get
Where
them?
do I get them from?
Yeah, I always thought, oh, maybe they send them. I'm sure I asked someone at Blast.
America must send it to them.
And I think they said they have to send them back. I think I
They
actually
do?
No, I remember there was it might have been Back to the Future. It was something where Do you know they had the cutout stands? And I wanted one of them cutout things, and I'm sure I went ABC cinema, and I said, "Oh, could I have it?" And then, what did they do with that? And they said they send them back. It was either an Odeon or something like that, because I wanted one of the cutouts.
Well, I've still got my Teen Wolf. I've got poster and Teen Wolf 2 poster from when I got when I was a kid. When I used to go to video shop and every week go, "Have you finished with Teen Wolf yet?" "No, not yet, but we'll let you know when we've finished." And then go again next week. "Finished with Teen Wolf yet?" "No, not yet." And I can remember going that one week where I didn't even say it, and the guy behind the shop just went, "Got some up for you." He just put it in my hand.
All right.
And I've still got that poster.
Is that what happened? Did you call police?
Yeah.
And then he gave you the Teen Wolf poster.
Yeah.
I've got something for you. And you,
Dark mind. And I've also got Teen Wolf cut out as well.
All right.
Standy.
All right.
From back then. But I didn't get that. I bought that online a few years ago.
All right. You see, that's the thing, because I like them cutouts. I always wonder, but then cutouts cost a lot of money, them. I remember I was wondering if you could get one, but they're pretty penny.
But yes, saying Elmo's Fire, I thought when I watched it, I wish I had friends like that. I want to be as cool as them one day.
Who would you want to be
to have
in
lots
that
of
film,
money,
then?
very young people. They owned the Jeep. Alec owned the Jeep, I think.
Who would you have wanted to be? What life would you would have been if you were a character in that?
I would want to be Demi Moore and just stay at home all day, just looking at myself in the mirror.
Oh yeah, she didn't really do. I can't remember. I can't remember hardly all. I'm sure I wanted to be Emilio Estevez.
Demi Moore in this was hanging out with like rich dudes and taking cocaine.
Yeah, I knew there was something.
And Rob Lowe now and again got off with her. And
Emilio Estevez. I used to like him.
What's his name? I've forgotten his name. Judd. Is it Judd Nelson?
Judd Nelson, yeah.
Who?
Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson.
Yeah.
Judd Nelson.
Just Judd Nelson.
Just Nelson. He went out with her, didn't he? But he kept having affairs.
Oh,
and then they split up. Anyway, they all became mates. And he was in love with, is it McDowell? Is that her name?
Something.
What's her name? Her name. I've forgotten her name.
Andy McDowell.
Andy McDowell, who was also in Greystoke, Legend of Tarzan, but they revoiced her with Meryl Streep.
All right. Wow.
They want her voice, but she had her own voice in this film, and he was in love with her.
And a bit of trivia here, just because it popped in my head. Bit of trivia. Emilio Estevez and Demi Moore, they used to date.
Did they?
Yeah, because they did a film as well, which I think he directed, Emilio Estevez. Really good film, where I think they were bank robbers or something. They were school kids around that same, a bit later than that, where they were kids and they couldn't get work or something. And
Emilio Estevez directed a film where he was a kid.
No, where they were around that time. They were teens, and him and Demi Moore.
He directed a film when he was a teenager.
No, around that time. Called let me think. What's it called?
Around the time he was a teenager, he directed a film where he was a kid with Demi Moore.
No, he was not a kid. They were all like teens around. Well, they were all like kind of.
He directed a film when he was a teen.
No, they're kind of that young 20s something. But they all in Hollywood they always make people younger.
Teens
than
have nothing to do with it. He was 20 when he directed the film where he played a kid.
I'll be quiet now.
What are you saying?
There was a film with I'll tell you what it is. Demi Moore, Emilio Estevez film, Wisdom.
Estevez.
Emilio Estevez.
Estevan.
Estevez. No, that's Gloria Estefan.
Emilio
Estevez.
Gloria Hunniford.
Yeah, she could have been here. I don't know. I didn't make
Gloria
the film.
Hunniford. Lovely lady.
Let me see. I'm sure he directed it.
Oh, it don't matter, Tom. It's too long, man.
Yeah, Wisdom. It's called Wisdom. Check it out. It's a good film. I remember that. So
Wisdom. Directed by Emilio Estevez. Starring Emilio Estevez and Demi Moore. Not as a teenager, but someone who in their 20s, where they're bank robbers.
But they as they usually do in these films. Wait a minute, my chair's just gone down. Hello.
Just movie mumbling.
That's
just
it.
movie mumbling. What was on your T-shirt?
Oh, Junkyard Tactics, a group I produced. I did some music for
wicked.
them. Yeah, so
I've got this one on today.
Oh, nice one from your
That's me as
collection.
a fox. Yes, if you want this T-shirt, you can go to Kill Clothes.
Anything on the
Nice
back?
print on the back. Yeah, it's cool.
All right, free fried flying lemons.
Yeah,
Excellent.
me, myself, and I. So that was number 4, St. Elmo's Fire. No, that wasn't. That was number 3.
No, that was number.
Was it
2.
3?
That
Oh,
was
the
number
4.
2.
Number 4. It was number 4.
Oh, 4.
Number
Yeah,
3.
you're counting down. You count down.
Number 3.
Oh yeah.
Pretty in Pink.
I like that
Isn't
film.
she pretty? Pretty in pink.
Now, here's a bit
In
of
the day
trivia
when
for
everyone
that.
sang in the same style as David Bowie.
Yeah, that was by Psychedelic Furs, Pretty in Pink. Now, here's something that you might not know, but John Hughes heard that song, and said, "Here, I like that tune. I'm going to make a film about that tune." So
Did he?
yeah, so that actual tune, that film came from that tune. How about that? That's interesting.
I didn't know.
Unlike that
but-
woman in red, which I thought was Lady in Red. See, so but it had nothing to do with Lady in Red because
Well, it's-
that
it's
woman in
cleared
red
my
was
vision of the world.
Stevie Wonder. But
It's definitely clipped my vision of the world. It stars Molly Ringwald, David Spade. It's got Andrew McCarthy, who
Yeah.
also was in St. Elmo's Fire.
yeah, he was the guy who was meant to
there.
blow up out of all them guys because he was in. a lot
Well, he's
of
the
films.
mannequin, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in that mannequin.
Who
And,
else have we got? What's his name out of 2.5 Men?
Two blokes and a little guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
what's his name?
John Coleshaw. No, John Cooper.
No, not John Coleshaw at all. It's not his name at all.
John
I can't see his name.
Barrymore. John.
Is it
some-
Harry Dean Stanton?
No, he's called John something. John
John
Cryer.
Cryer.
That's it.
John Cryer.
John Cryer. Yeah.
So yeah, you got Andrew McCarthy, John Cryer, and Molly Ringwald. She's the lady that's pretty in pink. She makes her own clobber. What's his name? Cryer is called Ducky.
Yeah, Ducky.
He's her friend.
He gets
but he's in
chumped
love
out.
with her.
He gets chumped out in that film. That's the. He does. That was one of them things what always used to bug me. He's like, never be that guy, because that
Gets
means.
chumped out. What does that mean?
So he gets made like he's the guy who that girl goes to tell other guys she likes and say, "Oh, I wish there could be more like you." Do you know what I mean? So she'll date some other guy and then be like, "Oh, it's a shame he's more like you." "Oh, yeah, all right, thanks." "Oh, come on, let's go and have a cup of tea." And I'm like, I don't want to have a cup of tea. Do you know what I mean? So
What does he want to do?
he wants to shake her hand and
Yeah, he does.
be all friendly and shake her hand and say, "Hiya."
But he has a BMX, doesn't he? Can remember him riding his BMX and pulling wheelies.
He had some cool
one-handed.
stuff. Do you know what's funny? I remember just because I thought, let me just have a quick look at that trailer because I used to like that song. I got the 7-inch of that song, and now looking at some of that gear, it's like I know it was really quite snazzy then, and I was like, do American kids really dress like that?
Oh, what, his clothes?
Yeah, because he had some.
Yeah, I thought he dressed cool.
Yeah, and it was looking at it now, and I was saying, "Oh no, that gear's cool." But I was thinking, "Oh yeah, he's quite snazzy," and I was thinking, "Is that what it's like in America?" And I remember Molly Ringwald. I liked her, but I think loads of people fancied Molly Ringwald. She was
I
that
didn't.
Kinda, yeah.
Just because simply she was a ginger and two gingers can't come together.
Oh,
otherwise one of
is
them
it like the
buckles up.
time stream? You can't.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Quantum.
I did go out with a ginger girl when I was young, and it was weird. It was weird. It's like her legs looked like my legs,
Oh, right.
but less hairy, obviously. But just the same colouring. We were like the exact same colour. We were like getting off with myself.
You
It was
you
so wrong.
fused.
We ended up being just mates and went, let's just be mates, man. And like, especially from behind, it just looked like twins walking down the street. We had the same hair.
Well, did you go? When you saw her, did you think, "Oh, I like her," or did you go, "Oh, I like her
Yeah, I
because she
did.
had red hair"? Or
I did like her. I saw her, liked her. But it just goes to show you when two gingers come together, it's like magnets going away from each.
Oh,
other.
yeah.
It's
It's like
two
Time
gingers.
Cop where
Yeah.
like when they throw that time.
But she was a very nice girl.
Fuse it. All right, nice. Oh, nice.
But yes, but I never fancied Molly Ringwald. But I just liked her. I thought she's good. I liked watching her.
I thought she
James
was
Spade in this is a horrible person, isn't he?
Yeah, he's rough in this. Look, as an actor,
Funny that he's not on the cover.
well, no, because he wasn't a key lead then, where he was like a bit player. But in hindsight, it's like how good an actor he was even back then in that time, because he played such a snooty guy that when he got his comeuppance, I was like, yeah, because he was just like looking down on all of them, and you know, it was like, what are you doing with her? And I was like, wow, that guy's happy to be with her. So it was really.
Can you remember the scene where Ducky walks into the record shop because Molly Ringwald's friend ran a record shop, and Ducky came in and mimed to try a little tenderness?
Yeah. And I'm sure.
I remember watching that one as a kid, thinking he's amazing.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what maybe influenced Commitments many years later.
Oh, what they went? Alan Parker said, "I'm going to do Commitments because of that scene."
Yeah, he probably was sitting there in his pants and he's saying, "Oh, I've got nothing to do." Oh,
I'll watch Pretty in Pink.
Try
I'll do Commitments.
And they say, "Try a little tenderness." Yeah, not like that, but
But you were a fan of Pretty in Pink,
like
yeah?
that film. Interesting to watch that again. I think basically the message is about like.
What's the message? That's the question, Tom. What is the message?
I think on that is be yourself and people will accept you for you, or something along.
What's the message of St. Elmo's Fire?
Yeah, I think that's kind of, as crazy it sounds, similar, because they all think they have to be someone else that they were when they were all together at school, and how life.
What's the message of Weird Science?
Do you know what's crazy? The underline of that is probably that, but at the same time, maybe use a better computer and like. Hell knows.
Too long. Let's go to number two.
Yeah, we've got
Number two. My second favorite John Hughes movie. We'll find out what Tom thinks the message is The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that again.
Again, we've got all the same posse.
Top 10 of mine, definitely is top 10.
We've got Emilio Estevez, Molly Ringwald, Andrew.
Ali
What's his name? What's his name again?
Anthony Michael J. Fox Hall.
Michael J. Fox Hall.
Yeah.
Judd Nelson. And what's this lady's name? I've forgotten her name.
Ali Sheedy.
Ali Sheedy.
Yeah, I think that's it now. Ali Sheedy.
Right. I don't know what work I've done on telly that has gained me some sort of autograph on the back of this.
All right.
Blimey. I can't read it. I don't know who's done it.
Judd Nelson?
I can't even read it.
Judd Nelson?
I can't even read it. But it's signed by someone.
Judd Nelson?
Anyways.
Maybe.
I don't know who would have signed it. Don't know.
Well, who have you linked?
I haven't met Judd Nelson. Anyway, The Breakfast Club. A film that I think nowadays would never get made. Oh, I've got an idea about a film about a bunch of kids in detention. No, we're not doing that film, no. All that happens in this film is they have detention. So how it holds you for an hour and a half, I don't know, but it does. Yeah. Who were you in The Breakfast Club?
I was none of them, because they were all kind of American tropes. But
I was probably him.
The guy who I would say I'd probably...
You were her.
Judd Nelson, it's esque, mixed with a bit of Emilio Estevez, but not cool.
But with
like
some funk.
Yeah,
but definitely not cool. But definitely not cool.
No, he was good, but like his cynicism and that lot would have been me at that age.
That's you, innit?
Yeah, I would have been. But yeah, that film is so brilliant on different levels, because if you watch The Teachers, I remember The Teacher and I was like, yeah, and then like The Cleaner, and if you watch The
Teachers, you were like, yeah. What does that bit mean?
As in, like, when it was the teacher scene and the cleaner scene, I was like, I'm not interested in them. I want to hear what them kids have got to say and blah blah blah. And and he just seems
Get the adults out of the way.
Yeah, and he seems like he's just dissatisfied with his life and he's just angry and he kind of teacher like. But when you see it more as an adult, you see how he is and you kind of sympathise and you actually sympathise.
And what's
with the cleaner.
strange back then in the 80s when they had detention, there were no black kids.
I was gonna say, but yeah, John.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, all John Hughes films. There's no black kids in.
Are they whiter than white? All of them.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
So, but I would. Well, again,
I never even noticed that before.
You just
without looking at that cover, I thought, eh?
The thing though is, I always think in a lot of these films, I go, but because it's America and it could be somewhere in America, so it might not be. It might be mid-America, so some kind of city in Kansas or somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Where predominantly there might not be many non-black, non-white. Do you know what I mean? So it
non-white.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying blacks. Hispanic, Asian, blah. No, so
I wonder where it was set. I don't know where it was set.
Well, I just thought it was kind of some kind of it was an American high school. Oh, I'd forgotten there was something, and it was the same high school that they used in another movie, and I can't remember the movie.
The Breakfast Club High School.
Yeah,
using another movie. That was basically your trivia that you were going to tell us and you forgot.
Yeah, I totally forgot. It was some kind of high school, and it was the one with the Breakfast Club. But no, it was good. Where my chair's gone again.
Where's he going? Where's he going?
I've got to get a better chair. I keep sinking. So yeah.
Did you like Breakfast Club?
Brilliant. Even now, when I watch it, I'm like, brilliant. I felt that Judge Nelson's character, when that Molly Ringwald's character was trying to be friendly with him, I thought he pushed it too far. He just wanted to get a reaction out of her, and I thought I didn't like that because she wasn't being nasty to him. She didn't understand him, and then she started to like him. And then
he was angry at the world, though, wasn't he?
It was like This Is England. In This Is England, where the guy he just flips on him. Because he didn't like the fact that he had a nice life, but he was like, that guy was trying to be sympathising with him, and then he just flipped on him.
Did you think Judd Nelson was cool?
Oh, yeah. That's what got me about him.
That final image with Simple Minds playing, of course. What a tune, man.
He would dress cool with the gloves and everything.
And he does the thing at the end. And
don't you
forget about me as you walk on by.
So I remember he was one of the guys how I thought he would have blown up. And really the only thing I remember him doing, and I'm quite shocked, was it New Jack City? Yeah, it was.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was in New Jack City.
Is he a copper?
And then he was even a bit part in that New Jack City. He had about 5 lines.
Is he a copper?
Yeah, but he had about 5 lines.
He's a copper in a few things, isn't he?
And I can't remember.
He's a copper in a few things.
I don't remember after that.
He's not listening to what I'm saying.
No, I am. I'm trying to think of any. Was he a copper in something? And I can't think of
a sheriff. He's a sheriff dude, isn't he? I've seen him as a sheriff.
Have you?
I'm sure I have.
He grew. He kind of did a weird thing where he kind of grew wide, like
he became fat.
Yeah, because I remember that he didn't. He kind of didn't look as cool as he was growing.
Well, you know, when we get older, we all put a bit of timber on Tom.
This is true. I'm not saying
it's nature.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it was how he changed looked kind of different to.
Yeah, because he was like a stud, wasn't he? He was like a young, handsome stud.
He was like,
and then Then a scientist pinned him down and injected dad into him.
Yeah, he daddified.
Injected dad.
Daddified. So
he got daddified, didn't he?
The opposite of mummified. So
yeah,
he daddified.
But yeah, it's a group of teenage kids that are all from different walks of life that all come together and realise they're the youth of today and don't let the man beat you down. What is that the message?
What was it? A jock, a princess, a nerd, a weirdo, and something. I don't know what. I can't remember what Judd Nelton's somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know what he's supposed to
He's,
be.
I don't know, a tough guy.
Because there's that letter in it. They have to write a letter saying who do they think they are,
Yeah.
and then they write a letter and it says you see us as you want to see us, a jock, a nerd.
Yeah.
The question is, but I can't remember.
And then
But
that
I loved
dance,
it.
and that dance came out of that. Can you remember that dance? Yeah, and that Ali Sheedy, she did that dance. One of them did that dance. What became the Carlton dance?
The Carlton dance.
Yeah,
Did you watch
it
this
must
one?
be usual. No, the kind of way it goes. It must
Oh
be
yeah.
yeah. And that he did. That was
She does
from-
that
Yeah,
before him.
She did that before him, and then Courtney Cox.
Show us
did that,
it.
so I
Show
can't
us it
do it.
again.
I mean, Busters are going to kick off if I start dancing. You're complaining already that I'm here talking about stuff, but he does that thing. So that kind of thing. Just imagine
Dodging
Carlton.
things. Just dodging things.
Carlton.
Here, I love Breakfast Club, but not as much as I love my number one John Hughes movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Now I've got some
Who
trivia
didn't
for
want to
that.
be him?
Yeah, I've got some trivia for that. Before we go into that,
He's got trivia. It's like he's done research before we decided to do this second episode of Movie Mumblings, in which nobody watches.
Hey, now, if people were watching, they'd really enjoy this. But here
If people
it
were
is.
watching, we would have done loads of research and gone, it's directed there, it was filmed there. But we didn't, because we're just mumbling, Tom.
It's movie mumbling. It is what it is.
Movie mumbling, innit?
But here's the thing, bit of trivia. He wrote that film in a week. He
Did he?
wrote it in 1 week. Yeah, he went blam and wrote the whole thing in 1 week. So never think if it takes you ages to write movies or whatever, you can wear it. Blam, wrote it in 1 week, started filming. Let's
Well,
go.
I don't like the idea that there's rules to making films or art. If I was honest, I don't like any rules to do with any creative thing.
No.
I don't like. Oh, it should take you about this long to write a film. You should do this many rewrites. If it's done, isn't it?
Yeah, it's done. It's done. You can second guess yourself as well. So you've got to kind of go with, especially something creative. You've got to go with, does this feel right? You're going to make mistakes anyway, because like we're talking about movies now. Not everybody's going to like whatever you do. So you've just got to go.
Definitely
with what it is.
not us talking, because only
No,
1.3 thousand people.
I can see
watched
the
our
comments
last one.
now. Say, what? What? This guy
this
just shut
boring
up.
junk.
Yeah. Won't they ever shut up?
All they've done is put a Zoom that they did together, and pretended it was like a show, and they put it on YouTube. This isn't a thing.
That's
This
it.
isn't a thing.
Disgraceful. So,
So yeah, he's got his best friend Cameron. He's off school, ill. Ferris Bueller wakes up. It's a sunny day. He says, "How can I go to school on a day like this? Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it." He phones up Cameron. He says, "Get your dad's car. We're going out." He pretends to be his girlfriend's dad and picks her up, and off they go for the day of a lifetime. He joins a parade and sings
Yeah.
Twist and Shout.
and that's in Chicago.
They go to an
I'm
art
sure that's in
gallery.
Chicago.
The Sausage King of Chicago.
Oh, it is in Chicago. I knew that was. That's
Yeah.
the only film where I say, yeah, I remember that was in somewhere where they joined the parade. And
Did you ever want his Red Wings top that he's got?
There was something in
This
the
top.
film.
Did you ever want that top?
No, I recall. I wanted that car.
I
But he
did,
drove
I've got
out of the
it.
thing though.
Did you ever want his jacket?
I think I did want his jacket though.
I did. I've got it.
You got his jacket?
Yeah.
All
So I'll go
right.
get it.
Yeah, you should show it.
I'll go get it. Say words. I'll go get it
All right, then.
and come back.
Yeah. So Ferris Bueller's Day. I'll do a bit.
Don't
of
make
trivia.
it too long though, Tom.
I'll-
Don't make it too long.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'll tell you what I'll do. Ferris Bueller. I actually got a mate called Ferris. Good guy. I wonder if it's spelled the same way. I never really thought. No, I think it's spelled Ferris. Oh yeah, it is Ferris. Where he's like Ferris. I actually got two good mates called Ferris. So not you need to know any of this, but it's always good to share this kind of stuff. While he goes off and looks for this, who knows if we're going to keep this in? But it's worth watching, for anybody who's seen Deadpool, and right at the end of Deadpool, there's a part where like Deadpool comes and he's walking out the bathroom and he's got a bathing he's not got a bathing towel on. He's got a he's got a dressing gown, and he's brushing his teeth. And while he's brushing his teeth, he goes, "Go on your way."
I hope that wasn't too long. If you're still here, I'm back.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying that I'm going to keep you here, but together we make a great team, and hopefully you stay. Anyway, here he is.
Yeah, I was just telling him about the end, like Deadpool, where he says, "Go on, it's over," and he's brushing his teeth, and Deadpool does the same thing.
He's got Ferris Bueller's dressing gown on.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then he's got the dressing gown. Hey, is it leather?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was leather. I thought it was a shiny thing. Oh, that's cool. Is that like a remake one, or what is that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a remake from Magnolia Clovers, I think it's called.
Oh, that's
Magnolia
nice.
Clotheries.
All right, and they do all like remake.
The remake
props
jackets from films.
Oh, wow. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind
Not cheap.
a pair of them.
Not cheap.
Oh, I want them.
But you can find these. Well, these aren't that cheap either.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what that is. I think that's official.
Red Wings. Hockey.
Oh, hockey team, yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What
Anyway,
did
that
you
was
like-
exciting, wasn't it? I had props there to show you.
He's got all the stuff. So
Got all the stuff.
what did you like? What did you like about that film? What was it?
Ferris Bueller, this is the first thing I heard about it. One of my mates at school was posh enough to go to America. He was the only kid in school that had been to America. He came back and we were like, what was it like? Because we didn't even believe it was a real place.
Yeah.
And he said he went to New York and he said it was amazing. And he said, I went to see a film called Ferris Bueller. And he told us all about it. He made noises. He went, boom, boom, chick, chick, chick. I mean, what were you on about? Boom, boom, chick, chick, chick. And he's telling us about Ferris Bueller. He said it's the funniest thing, and you've got to see it when it comes out. About a year later, it came out in the UK because films back then, they came out in America and they came out over here when those
2 years
teenagers
or whatever.
had been injected with the dad serum and gone, he doesn't look like Ferris Bueller anymore. And I didn't see it at the cinema. I saw it on video.
Yeah, I saw it on video.
And but yeah, I thought it was amazing, and I just thought, wow, what a dream to have a day off like that. Because if I took a day off school, what would I do? I'd go to my mate's house and watch Gremlins.
I think I took a day off. Well, I didn't. I think we bunked.
I
off
didn't
school
skive off school. I was a good lad.
Oh, good on you. We bunked off after like.
Well, that's right, because I'd become successful, Tom, and you aren't, I guess.
Well, you see, but I've started again. I mean,
Oh, I'm joking. It's manager of Blockbusters. Look at him. Living dream. Do you know, have you seen that documentary about the last Blockbusters?
Yeah, in Canada.
My alarm's gone off.
In Canada? What, you been raided? Oh, dear. Oh, it's that alarm. Oh, yeah. Your 12 o'clock alarm. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. All right.
That means I've got to go and have my dad injection. There, it's gone.
Oh, do you know what? I've just noticed your hat. That's a cool hat, that.
That's that.
It's a different style.
It's still oh God, redhead. It's still a Westwood.
All right. I like that
It's
one.
called a John Bull.
Oh,
It's made out of
yeah.
straw for these hot days.
Oh, John Bull. That's from back in the day. What they used to call like the. Do you know? Have you ever seen that British guy with a Union Jack?
Yeah.
Like the Victorian thing.
Doing that.
Yeah, that's John Bull.
Yeah.
So, Bully Beef, and I used to do that. So, you know, if you didn't know, there was something I was.
Ferris
gonna say
Bueller,
about that
Certificate
Ferris Bueller
15. If
thing.
you haven't watched it, watch the hell out of it.
Oh, it's
Enjoy
15?
it.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Although my kids love this.
Is there
there's no
swearing in
swearing in it. There's no swearing.
What
there's
makes
no
it 15?
sex. There's no violence. Don't know why it's 15. But yeah, watch it, enjoy it, and fall in love with Simone, his girlfriend, played by Maya Sarah. Who you'll also see in the film Legend with Tom Cruise.
Oh,
I haven't seen her in many films, but I fell in love with her. She had a white leather jacket on with fringing on it and white cowboy boots. I've seen these costumes Done a few times on Halloween. I've seen people do these costumes. I think if you've got 3 mates, me and Tom have just got each other, you can replicate that on Halloween.
I always remember the thing about a lot of the John Hughes films is everybody's like stanking rich because I remember like they were rich. I was
In
like,
posh
wow,
houses.
yeah, posh houses. Same with Home Alone. Home Alone, that's John Hughes one, and like I'm like, who lives there? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, they
massive
don't
house.
because it was filmed inside a school. They recreated the inside of the house inside a school.
All right.
And it was the same school that they did Breakfast Club in.
Oh, right.
They
Maybe
built
that was the trivia that I was going to say.
They built the interior of the Home Alone house inside that school. I don't know the ins and outs. I only know some things. I don't know everything. Anyway, so let's have a look back at number 5.
So number 5, you've got
we had Weird Science at number 5.
right, excellent horny teen film.
We had St. Elmo's Fire at number 4.
Excellent for growing up from a teen.
We had Pretty in Pink. Tom saying something after everything I hold up. We had Pretty in Pink at number 3.
And being a teen and being who you
Being
are.
a teen.
Being a teen.
And then we had Breakfast Club.
Yeah, be who you are and you'll be all right.
And at number 1, my all-time favourite John Hughes movie, Ferris, Bueller's Day Off. If you've not seen any of these films, you probably don't have a DVD player, but you can get them all on Netflix or Amazon or iTunes or one of the streaming things. I'm old school. I have them on DVD, but I also have them on the streaming devices because I can't be bothered putting a DVD in.
Oh, you could come down to
changed.
Blockbusters in Bramley.
I'll come down at Blockbusters. You can't even say it, but I will go there and join us both next time for more Movie Mumblings. If I don't see you for a week, I'll see you for a window. As a famous duo once said, it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from him.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I can't remember.
Good luck with your business.